Okay, well the wind has died right down. We've got the engine on, charging the batteries. I'm going to try and fix this small tear in the mainsail. I've just got to figure out a way of bringing it down far enough that we can work on it. But we don't want to have to take the whole sail off of the mast or the gaff. We might have to take the foot of the sail off the boom, I'm not sure yet, or we might be able to sort of lower it in a way that we can work on it as it is. But yeah, going to try and get it done so we can hoist the sail all the way up and you know, keep sailing without risking damaging it more.
If you have any
Well, we're repairing the rip in the mainsail, just in from the leech here, just below the second reef, and we put a strip of sail tape on each side, and now we're stitching it. And seems pretty confident this is going to work. It's not a place that normally should get too much strain. It's going to be a lot of this now for a while, so probably
I can kill the video.
Have your breakfast. How's the trip going for you so far, Bogle?
I'm very dreamy so far. We just spotted a whale earlier and a couple of dolphins.
I'm clearly not working you guys hard enough. What you cooking up there, Louis?
Vindaloo curry.
Ooh,
Smells good.
does smell good. Let's bring the out-haul in now. Okay, it's Wednesday the 15th of July, not August, and so it's day 10 of our transatlantic crossing, and things are going well. We had a couple of days of quite light winds and some headwinds, so that was much slower progress, and we lost the Gulf Stream for a while as well. We picked it up again, but now we're getting ready for some more serious weather. As you can see right now, we've got a decent amount of wind and some moderate seas. We're seeing sort of 20 to 25 knots of wind at the moment from behind us. And the weather situation is there's a big warm front coming through that's part of a low pressure system. And that's going to be, we're seeing the beginning of it now, but it's going to be coming through stronger tonight. And could bring winds of up to 35 to 45 knots. Gusting potentially. We think we might be ahead of the worst of it, but we're preparing to potentially see those winds and up to 12 foot, 4 meter waves at about 9-second period. So not terrible, but some significant waves as well. So we spent yesterday doing quite a bit of prep on the boat, just tidying a few little bits and pieces up, getting things secure. And we're feeling good. We've got a triple reef main right now, so we've reduced the size of our mainsail so the boat's not overpowered. We're still flying full jib and staysail, but probably tonight we might switch out the main, I think, for the trysail, so we don't have the boom and the gaff to worry about, and we can have a nice night under reduced sail, hopefully. But things are good. Morale's good. We've covered over a third of the distance from Florida to the UK now, which is great, in 10 days. However, the potentially more challenging part of the trip is the later parts of the trip, where we're probably more likely to see more significant headwinds from low pressure systems in the Eastern Atlantic. Weather routing or routing is a really important part of a trip like this. We're lucky enough to have the technology to be able to download regular weather forecasts, and so we overlay those with our projected route, and then we can make adjustments in our route and see what different conditions we'll get in different places depending on which direction we turn. Now, with a faster boat, you can often outrun systems completely, so if there's a big depression coming, you can just move out of its way if you need to, or get into the right area. With this boat, it's not so fast, we can't do that as much, but we can optimize our position within certain limits. The other constraint is that you can only ever really get a reliable forecast up to about 5 days ahead. Beyond that, the weather is a lot less predictable. But even within 5 days, there's a lot of local variations, and they're not always correct. So, a lot of it is just seeing what you get and adjusting to the conditions, but trying to place ourselves favorably with a little bit of foresight as to what might be coming. When conditions get more challenging like this, of course, rest becomes more and more important, because you never know what might be around the corner in terms of something breaking or the conditions getting worse. So we're all trying to rest as much as we can. It can be harder to rest when the boat's moving a lot, but we're all getting pretty used to movement now. We've been 10 days at sea. And so on that note, I'm going to go and have a nap and make sure I'm well rested for my next watch and my night watch. But I'll be updating you guys soon, hopefully. I have got a tracker working. I mentioned it on a post, but not everyone saw that. I'll leave a link to the tracker in the video description or in the comment. It's not the same as the AIS tracker, which doesn't work offshore. This is a satellite tracker from a Garmin inReach, and it updates every couple of hours. But bear in mind that it sometimes runs out of battery, it sometimes can't connect to the satellites. So if it's not updating, it doesn't mean anything bad has happened. It probably means I forgot to plug it in. That's already happened a couple of times. But you can, if it's working, follow our progress on there. As long as you promise not to call the Coast Guard if it goes offline. We, if we need to, have all the resources we need to contact help if we need it, and definitely don't want anyone to do that on our behalf if we drop out of communication for any reason. But yeah, Thanks a lot for watching, and a massive thank you to everyone who has donated or otherwise supported this project. It does make a huge difference. It makes it possible for us to do this, to sail this boat, to maintain this boat, to cross oceans, and to keep making these videos. So I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Cheers.
Somewhere on the rolling main, now we're safe ashore, Jack. Don't forget your ocean mate. Yada 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 yada. Homeward bound on the Arctic ground and the distant northern sea. Don't give a damn. Drink our rum, running down to Old Maui. Rolling down to Old Maui, me boys rolling down to Old Maui. Homeward bound on the Arctic ground, rolling down.